don't think it's going to get any easier from here. I think we've got a great conference with some great players that we'll have to prepare for every week. I think La Tech and Skip Holtz are right at the top of our conference year in and year out. I think he does a heck of a job, he and his staff. I look at their players, seeing guys, like Jamar Smith, who's leading the #1 offense in Conference USA. And I look on the other side of the ball and see Meek Robertson and know how talented he is as a football player. So again, there's talent all throughout their program to go along with some great coaching. But our players are excited about starting conference play. They know every one of our goals we started with this year are still intact. And they're fighting to make those things a reality for us. To get that win that we want so badly, we're going to have to play well in all three phases of Saturday. With that, I'll open up for questions.
You just talked about those goals. What exactly are the team goals?
The team's goals are very clear. We want to win the conference. That conference trophy is at the very top. And the other goal is to go to a bowl game and win. That's what we want to do as we're continuing to build this program.
Can you talk a little bit more about the quarterback dynamic moving forward?
Yeah, Glenn, I probably hoped that somebody would really separate in the last game. And the reality is they both played really well. And so we're going to continue to do what we did last game. Wiley's going to start. He'll take 2 series, and Tom will come in, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Is there, just having Wiley start those first 2 drives, is there something particular like that arrangement that you like?
I think when you have a situation where Wiley came out of camp as a starter, I want him to remain the starter, and because he earned that right. But I think to say that Tommy has not performed at a level that he's deserving of would be incorrect also. And so I guess that's the thing. I mean, Wiley's our starter, but Tom has earned playing time. And to keep it a meritocracy, it's just like any other position where it's truly a competition and other people are going to play. It's just not my preference at the quarterback position. But we're going to treat it really right now until it defines itself completely, like any other position on our team. And I think that they can all do everything we ask, but each of them brings something different to the table. In terms of what maybe one doing slightly better than the other, if that makes sense.
What would you say that is, Coach?
What's that?
In terms of one doing something slightly better than the other?
They're both throwing the heck out of the ball, and that's what I love. We're able to hit free access right now. We're able to, but if you were to say nail it down, I'd say obviously Wiley's time in our system allows him to be more comfortable with anything, probably any change we can make on the sideline. Obviously, pre-snap, Wiley is still not light years ahead, but he's still ahead of him. And then what Tom does better is Tom elongates plays to keep him alive. And when Tom runs with the ball, he runs with a passion to get in the end zone. We've seen him do it on multiple occasions now. He's a determined runner. He said it joking around one day at practice. We were like, would you score there kind of thing, like, does he score? And it was like, I'm a big old boy, coach, I'm getting in that zone, and so that's kind of been a joke around our program for a while now.
How can I look at Louisiana Tech? What do you see particularly from their run game?
Well, I think Friday night we saw a different version of their running game. A running game that really came to life. I thought Justin Henderson, I think he rushed for 140-something yards and 3 touchdowns. He really allowed them to come to life. I think they had 275 rushing yards as a team in that game, and that's a high for them this year. So again, really a different element with a team that we know can stand back there and throw it. When they can run the ball with that much success, that really does make them the top offense in the conference right now. So it's going to be a heck of a challenge for our defense.
You said your team did a lot of things well last weekend. Are there 1 or 2 things that have kind of risen up as tweaks that y'all need to make before you get into conference play?
There's a lot of things that I think we have to continue to advance. Like 3rd down was a focus for us going into the last game. We ended up 8 of 18 on offense. We got off the grass better on 3rd down defensively than we had. I think we really did well. We took the dang ball away. With those 2 takeaways, then the 4th down stop. Those were huge things, and they're going to continue to be points of emphasis. So as we're looking at things we did well, we kept the drives alive. We had a, I think, 14-play drive, 1 time of possession, kept the defense off the grass most of the 3rd quarter. So we're doing some really good things systematically. If there's something that, again, we're going to point to, it's just score more points. If we can get that kind of effort out of our defense, and just our whole team, the way we played in the second half was so much better. And Matt, what I believe is I don't know that if we had given up that 2-minute drive going into the half last year, I don't know if we could have came out and held it together the way that our leadership, the players on our team stepped up and continued to fight. And more than that, just continued to improve. You could feel momentum switch. Pretty fun stadium to be in Saturday night and all that. So the way our guys kept it together, kept fighting, kept swinging, and kept making plays even up to the end was really big. You know, because I think defense getting us the ball back with 6.5 minutes to go, us having a chance to go down and tie it was so exciting. That was so fun to be a part of. That's exactly where we're going to be. Taking any team to deep water in the fourth quarter should be a good thing for our program. We still got to come out the other side. And the reality was we couldn't protect. We didn't protect, right? They had a 3-man rush that sacked us twice in 3 plays on that drive, and we never got the ball back after that. So, sad way for it to end, but so fun to be a part of in that second half. So fun to be on the sideline with our guys. And, I just believe so much in the steps we've taken. And I don't know if anybody outside of our program thought 2 years ago we could be here. You know, standing toe-to-toe with an Army team that's going to play the way they do for 60 minutes and stand and fight with Baylor and giving ourselves a chance at the end. So I'm really proud of the progress. But like I told these guys yesterday morning, it's now time to win.
And you mentioned third downs being key on that. Having multiple quarterbacks play and a couple offensive linemen and a fullback out, that was the second best performance that your team has had on third down in your time at Rice. Is that alone something that galvanizes y'all that you believe is going to be a new norm?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think you're exactly right when it comes to the tackles for sure, right? The tackles, like those guys stepped in. I thought Uzo and Brant didn't find out until Thursday he was going to be the starter. I thought they stepped in and fought. Uzo obviously has more game experience. He performed pretty well, maybe his best game in a Rice jersey, stepping in. And Brant fought. You know, Brant fought play in and play out. He did some good things. But I think you're exactly right. When you put those other 2 tackles back in there, and if we can give the passers another fractional second, we should be much better. But I also think it's a testament to Coach Mack and the fact that knowing what we had to work with in that game, how we went about it, and we did a great job taking access when they loaded the box, whether it was on first or second down or third down. And I don't know if I talk about our coordinators enough, so I want to make sure that I say that Coach Mack had an unbelievable plan going there and really in game made some great adjustments to have us take advantage of the access when against a very talented Baylor defense there were 8 or 9 hats within 7 yards of the ball, you know, and we had to make those throws, make a few adjustments, and then Brian Smith and his defense and his defensive staff and what they've done to really start to solidify our defense and the bully that it's going to be. I'm really excited about where that's going.
Coach, can I ask you a question, more of a general question, college football question? In light of stuff that's been happening lately, the red shirt rule, the spirit of the red shirt rule, I mean, how do you handle something like that now?
I love our kids and our culture, and I'm so glad we're not doing it.
Is it good for football, though? College football?
It wouldn't be good for our football team right now. It would if a starter decided not to continue to play, it would make me question what we were doing.
Their quarterback Smith seems like he's more accurate this year. What's improved with him since you saw him last?
Yeah, it's funny enough, like because they played on Friday night, I told you this at the radio show last night, I didn't realize it, but Jamar Smith's dad, Kenny Smith, played D-line for us at Alabama in 1999. So obviously I started really paying attention to what he's doing. Number one, I think they're asking him to do some really cool things in their scheme, some RPO stuff that he's doing a great job, and just extending plays to get it out to the bubble the way that they're off the GT scheme, reading the backside end, and instead of him running with it more than anything, he seems to be throwing it, and I think he's completed 68% of his balls, which again, that in itself, but he's throwing it downfield and throwing it accurately downfield too, so he's a good quarterback.